Hello, JP here and welcome to my channel, JP Does Finance. Today I'm going to be outlining how to ensure your child becomes a millionaire. But I'm not going to be giving you any magic formulas in this video. There are no get-rich-quick schemes. The aim of this video is to show you the power of compound interest and how you can amass a large amount of money by investing a small amount of money on a regular basis over a long period of time. This is the antithesis to those videos that promise a quick buck to you into a millionaire through day trading or other such risky ventures. This plan's simple. It involves you saving £50 a month, following a very simple investment strategy and doing so tax efficiently. I'm even going to run you through a couple of scenarios so you can see exactly how it works. Now I'd also like to caveat the video right here and say that money certainly isn't everything. I wouldn't want to give that impression. But if you get your money sorted and your financial worries out the way, you can then focus on what really matters, such as watching this YouTube video. I'd also really appreciate it if you could hit the like and subscribe button. It really does make a difference. Now sit back, relax and enjoy the video. Right, let's get straight into it. So what's the plan? We're going to be saving £50 a month because that's all you need to save to ensure that your child becomes a millionaire. We're going to be investing that money in a stocks and shares junior ISA on a monthly basis in a low-cost index tracker fund. Bam, easy. Right, now let's have a look at why only £50 a month is going to be enough to make your child a millionaire. So now we're going to look at what your £50 a month invested will turn into. We're going to be using an 8% return. Being based in the UK, I'm basing this figure on the historical performance of the FTSE 100. Since the inception of the FTSE 100, investments have been held for 25 years to have averaged a return of 8.33%. Note that I'm looking at investments over 25 years. In a single year, you get a lot of volatility, with returns ranging from plus 30% to a 30% loss. Investing over the long term removes this volatility, or at least a lot of it. And so I've gone with a nice round 8%, erring slightly on the safe side. So let's have a look to see what £50 a month invested from your child's birth each month will turn into. By the time your child reaches 20 years of age, that will have turned into £30,000. Not a bad amount, but we're still somewhere off the £1 million I promised you. It might be around this stage also that you get your child, or by now they'll be an adult, to start investing into the ISA rather than yourselves. So it's obviously important that you educate them on the power of compound interest from an early age, and so that they start putting £50 from their wage into their ISA each month. By the time they hit 30, their investment portfolio will have reached 75,000, starting to ramp up now. By the time they hit 40, it's grown to 175,000, and this is where we're really starting to see the power of compound interest. By the time they hit 50 years of age, their investment portfolio will have reached £400,000. Then by the time they hit 62, not quite a round number I was hoping for, but 62 years of age, that investment portfolio will have turned into £1 million. And all of that will have been achieved through just saving £50 a month when using the power of compound interest. Now let's take a look at what that £1 million consists of. So you've been saving £50 a month for 62 years. So you have invested £39,000 over those 62 years. The rest of the million comes from the growth from your investment portfolio, £961,000. That's your army of dollar bills, or pound coins here in the UK, going to work for you as you sleep over the years and benefiting from all that compound interest. That means that 96% of your £1 million has come from investment growth. This is quite literally a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity and shows that the best time to start investing is straight from birth. If, however, you've missed out on that, by far the second best time to start investing is right now. Okay, now let's go back to the first graph and have a look at what would happen if you were going to delay the start of your investing by 20 years. So maybe you decide you're not going to put into your child's junior ISA, you're going to wait until they reach 20, get a job, and they can put £50 a month aside of their own money. How much of an effect does this have on the amount of compound interest that they get? So there we've got the original blue line up to £1 million, and the orange line is showing what happens if you wait until they are 20 for them to start investing. And as you can see, they only managed to reach £207,000. I say only £207,000, that's obviously a lot of money, but you can see it's less than a quarter of the £1 million that the investment portfolio would have been worth had you started investing straight from birth. So let's see what that £207,000 is comprised of. So you've been saving on a monthly basis from age 20 to 62. That will mean a total of £25,000 has been saved and then invested over those 42 years. So the rest of the £207,000 portfolio comprises of investment growth. So that's £182,000 has come from your investment return. That's still 88% growth. Not quite as good as the 96% growth we started 20 years earlier, but that's still an amazing amount of growth considering you only put in £25,000. It just shows how powerful compound interest is in your army of dollar bills. In order to reach the £1 million target, if you start at age 20, you would need to save and invest about £240 a month, which, whilst is a lot more than the £50 we originally looked at, is still achievable for a lot of people. Now let's look at some ways that you can save about £50 a month. Right, suggestion 1 is find a better mortgage rate. To show you how you can save £50, I'm going to show an example of someone who has a mortgage of £200,000 for a repayment period of 30 years and they're being charged interest at 2.5%. That leads to a monthly payment of £796 a month. Now if you manage to find yourself a better interest rate, so reducing it by 0.5%, so from 2.5 to 2%, that would bring your monthly mortgage payment down to £744, just over a £50 saving, about 52 I think if the maths is correct. Right, the next suggestion is to knock £3,000 off the price of your car. Again, I'm going to take you through an example. So the average interest rate on a financed car is 7%. Now I wouldn't recommend buying a car on finance. I think finance is often used by people who can't afford a particular car, but that's for another video. The average repayment period of a finance car is around about 7 years. Now if you manage to negotiate £3,000 off the price of the car or buy a car that's £3,000 cheaper, this would save you £48 a month based on these assumptions. Third suggestion, give up your gym membership. Now I'm denied about whether to include this one in because I think health is something that is definitely worth spending the money on. But if you are someone that just goes to the gym to use the treadmill or to do a bit of cardio, then maybe you could give this up and instead go for a run outside. To close out the video, I'm going to give you 5 quick millionaire facts. These have been taken from the book The Millionaire Next Door, written by Dr. Thomas Stanley and William Danko. These are based on a survey conducted in America during the 90s, but I still think the facts have some relevance today. 80% of the millionaires surveyed were first generation rich. Their parents were millionaires and they didn't receive a large inheritance. On average, the millionaires surveyed, they saved 20% of their net household income. The data showed that your job title might predict your income, but it's not a good indicator of wealth. If you earn £250,000 a year but spend £250,000 a year, you will never be wealthy. They spend only 3.4 times their salary on average on their home. They are not living in the types of house that you would see on MTV Cribs. Final fact, the millionaires spent on average 10.5 hours a month planning their personal finances. If you've got to the end of the video, then thank you so much. As I said before, hit the like button, subscribe, do whatever you want to do, leave a comment down below. This is my first ever YouTube video, so let me know what you think in the comment section. Please be kind, and I really hope I see you again sometime soon.